So I'll going down the lighter side of Technic today, one of these smaller builds. This particular one is the Monster Jam Max D, set number 42119, retails for £17.99 in the UK and has 230 pieces, which is about 8 pence a piece. It has the pullback mechanism. I have to say, I have a couple of the others with the pullback on, and it is awesome. Don't know how well I'm going to be able to capture it, but I'll try and show you how much fun they are. Also states it's a 2-in-1. That's a problem for somebody like me, because it means I'm going to want two, especially with the Technic, because trying to pull the pins apart and everything on them, it's just no. If you've ever made a mistake with one and had to deconstruct it, you'll know what I mean. It gives you an idea of the approximate size it's going to be, because the 1-to-1 idea is the tyre, but I suppose the monster truck, it should have big tyres. Just the standard pack, nothing too exciting. All the legal bump they need to put on there really to sell. So there you go. But on the back, it gives you the comparison. So you've got the actual truck build that is in this box, and then that is what the second build is, and it tells you roughly how to get the building instructions. It does irritate me a little bit that it only has instructions for the one build within it. I understand, yeah, printing costs, etc., but I would much rather have everything. That's bad news. Stickers! I'd much rather have everything in the box, ready to rock and roll, because that's what suits me. So we've got bag with all the large Technic pieces in, wheel rims, pieces, so smaller bags with all your pins and bits and bobs. Stickers. Actually, they do look pretty cool. I like these. These look awesome. So, these stickers. Nice big chunky tyres. Nice it's managed to get all four in. And the awesome pullback mechanism. I'm really hoping I can show you how good the pullback mechanism is on these. And then just to prove that the instruction book is just the one vehicle, go through, and as with a lot of the Lego Technic instructions, you've got the little 1-to-1 of some of the rods so that you can make sure you're using the right one. As somebody who has made that mistake, it does pay to match them up. Been a while since I've done that, but in my first attempts at Technic, yeah, we had issues. And what I didn't know, and I am embarrassed at how long it took me to figure out, when you see on pieces like this and it has a 7 or a 5 or a 3, that means how many holes. You don't have to sit and count the number of holes in the piece to figure out which one you need. It tells you. Honestly, I can be incredibly stupid sometimes and slow on the uptake. There we go. Right down through to finishing him off. 60 steps from the 2 bags. Nice picture at the back there of what the second one looks like. Definitely been off-road, that one. Definitely been off-road. And then, obviously, your part list. And I presume that is the actual monster truck itself, which is a pretty neat thing. Not something I'm into, but I'm very, very heavily into Lego and the pullbacks. So, that means, of course, we have 2 of them. So, I am going to build both options. Look at them singly, and then right at the end I'll put them both together and I'll try and show how the pullback works. So I'm going to go away for a little bit, get these built, and we'll see what we think. So here we go, 45 minutes, give or take a little bit, and that's the Monster Jam D Max, the build that's actually in booklet. And we've been playing, and it needs a catcher because the pullback is quite extreme. Let me just do his fins the right way. There we go. So, yeah, quite a fun little model to build. Definitely, I would say if you've never built Technic before, something like this is a great starter point because it gives you a lot of different bits and pieces that you do in the Technic with the different pins that you use and the different ways that you actually construct. Of course, with being the pullback, you don't make any pistons, you're not doing any for engine work. If you look from the underneath, you can see it's a fairly simple and straightforward chassis, but it's a great way to find out if Technic is for you. I know a lot of people, I was one of them, I stayed well away from Technic. I didn't think it would be my thing, but yeah, really enjoy Technic sets now. So I'm going to have a quick go with the pullback mechanism on it, and literally all you do, pull it back, let's get it out of frame, and then release it. You can see it's quite a nippy little fellow. I don't know if how far you pull it back has a difference. So, I mean, the pullback mechanisms on them are absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to go away, take a little break, and then I'm going to download the instructions for the quad back, which is the second build in the set, and see how that goes. So now we've done the main build of the Monster Jam Max D, I'm going to go and find the instructions for the second build that it advertises on the back of the box. So literally go to the Lego website, click on support, and then find building instructions. Put your set number in this case 42119. Click on the link, and it gives you a picture of the set so you can make sure it's the right one. And then you've got the downloadable PDF for the main build, which is what's in the booklet in the box, and then the downloadable PDF for the additional build. And literally it's just as simple as click on it, and it's exactly the same layout, so you can just keep it digital, you can print it, whatever works best for you. So it really is that simple to get them up. So I'll go away and get this second build done now, and I'll be back soon. So got the quad back built, took half an hour. As you can see, it, compared to the D-Max, it is very basic, and you don't use any of the stickers. The stickers are only used on the D-Max itself. So that is actually quite underwhelming, to be perfectly honest. Not particularly impressed with that option at all. Just move that out of the way. But this uses the pull back as well. Let me remember which side it's at. So it's at this side away from the yellow. So that's the two of them side by side. As you can see, even without the stickers, that this is a much more impressive build. I mean, I know that only 18 quid, but that just gets you the one. So to get the two is 36, quite obviously. And with that being such a disappointing build, the other issue I've got is if you actually put the rear tyres on this one, on the quad bike, the same distance as they show in the manual, they actually catch on the mud guards. Now, whether that's because I've got the mud guards in the wrong place, oh, actually, you can adjust them up. So that is me. That is my fault. So we'll put these on the way they're supposed to be. And just see if it runs. Yeah. So that's better. So we start them both here. Push both back. The good news is the quad bike bounces. That went flying off the end and is still intact. So yeah, that is the only good thing about it. So for these two, which is set number 42119, the Monster Jam Max D, Technic monster truck thing. Overall, I would say 3.5, just purely because of how disappointing the quad bike second build actually is. If it was just this one, probably a 5, because I am actually really quite pleased with how he did turn out in the end. But taking for both, 3.5. I would say if you're going to get them and you normally look at doing what I do, which is doing both of the builds, really not worth your time. There is a second monster truck, and I do have 2 of them, so I'm really hoping that the second build for that is an improvement over this one. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to leave that for a little while. So thank you very much for spending some time with me. Sorry about me keep tapping on the table there. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.